Hey guys, make sure you stay until the end. If you make one common mistake, you can spend thousands of dollars on parts and diagnostics you don't need. Stay with us and we'll explain what we're talking about. Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video to any of you having a Toyota Sienna D generation right here from year 2011 to year 2020. If you have one of these, you have a problem where heater does not work guys. Stay with us, we'll explain what can easily cause that, what we see here at the garage. There is one thing that most people will never think about or check, and that could be the problem. We'll explain which fuses relays to check first, then what else can cause it, where you can buy cheap parts, tools, fuses, relays, at a good price, quick shipping, that way you do not waste your money and time, and why it's important to test fuses and relays. All that guys will be covered absolutely free for your convenience. Make sure you stay until the end. So before we start, let us tell you a little bit about us guys. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. We take things completely apart, we show you guys how to do electrical, mechanical, bodywork, a little bit of everything guys. If you have one of those vehicles that we're making videos on, subscribe. We'll put quite a few videos that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. Altogether guys, on our channels we have more than 12,000 free repair videos that can save you thousands of dollars. Now, also if you need to buy any parts, tools at a good price, quick shipping, that way guys you do not waste your money and time, we'll share in our videos where you can buy parts, tools, fuses, relays, because some fuses guys and relays are specific, especially for that Toyota Sienna. You have those special fuses right here. You also have that special integration relay right here, and the other relays, we'll put a link in the description of the video below where you can get them at a good price, quick shipping guys, because sometimes they could be also really hard to find. So let's go ahead and start on it now. So if the heater does not work guys, we'll demonstrate on this 2014 Toyota Sienna what you need to check first. First we'll start checking some relays and fuses. Always check those before you start wasting money on diagnostics and parts you don't need. You guys have two different fuse boxes in that minivan. They will work in both. First open the driver door, look above the pedals under the dash where the arrow is pointing in the left corner there. You will find that you have one white cover that looks like this one. Go ahead, remove that cover, and you will find interior fuse box layout that looks just like this one right here. Before we continue, let's explain why it's important to always test fuses and relays. So it is super important guys to always test fuses and relays, and something else as well, common mistakes people make. Sometimes you may think that a fuse is good, or you cannot actually see if the fuse is clearly burned, and in that case guys you may put the fuse back together, and you may end up spending money and time on parts you don't need, and all we had to do is just test the fuse. So we'll put a link in the description of the video below how to test the fuse. It takes only a few seconds to find out for sure if it's good or bad. The same thing for relays guys, okay? Some of those could be really expensive on cars, so we'll put a link in the description of the video below how you can test relays. And for some certain fuses guys, it's important to disconnect the car battery when removing them, otherwise you can burn the electronics. And for instance, working on airbags, fuses or anything like that, you need to wait at least 1 hour after disconnecting the car battery, and if you're not qualified and certified to work on airbag system, I will never recommend to do that guys. But when disconnecting the car battery guys, okay, common mistake people make, it's important to know which battery terminal you reconnect first. If you do it the wrong way, you can burn electronics modules. How we know about that? We burn before the traction control module on BMW that cost us $2,000 guys. So we'll put a link in the description of the video below which battery terminal to disconnect first. Check it out for your convenience. So now if the heater does not work, we need to check guys two fuses in this fuse box, and we need to go to a different one. We'll come in that row here. The first fuse that we need to check is known as fuse number 21. Okay, that's that fuse here. And then you will need to check fuse number 30, this fuse 10 fuse right there. Now next you need to open the hood facing the engine. On the right side you have a fuse box under this cover. Go ahead, open it, and you'll find a fuse box layout that will look like this one right there. Now here we need to check more fuses. One of them you may or may not have one. It's fuse number 13 right here. Then you have fuse number 18, very important fuse by the way, right there. Now if that one burns, it's part of that triple fuse, you have to replace the whole triple fuse. The good news, we'll put a link in the description of the video below where you can get one from at a good price, quick shipping as well. Next you need to check fuse number 21 there. Fuse number 44 right here. Now you don't have a heater, blower motor, relay, none of this is for that, but if you look at that relay, that's integration relay, and one of the functions is for the blower motor fan and the heater, guys, so it's built in that thing right there. Other things that can cause the heater not to work easily could be thermostat that is stuck open. If it's stuck open, the coolant will not get warm, you will not get heat, especially on highway driving, on cold days as well. Number 2, guys, plugged up heater core. Okay, that's a little bitty radiator in the dash that produces the heat. If it's plugged up, coolant will not be able to go through it, and that can cause a heater to not work correctly. Number 3 that we see quite often is a blend door actuator that's malfunctioning. Blend door actuator, it's that device behind the dash that switches from hot to cold. And if the heater is working perfectly fine, but the blend door actuator is stuck in cold position, actually you'll get cold air. We have multiple videos how to replace and test one. Hopefully the video will be helpful. Thank you for watching. See you next time.